all of experience in project management. I am a PMP certified and BRMG certified. Today we are talking about the Agile methodology for cybersecurity and GRC for a project management. First of all, let's say that when we are talking about the Agile and why we go to the Agile, let's think about what are the types of projects we have and how we manage them. We have 5 types of projects. First, we have the waterfall. This is the waterfall what we are using in our daily life. When we are building something or we go through anything, that is the waterfall. After that, when we find the lake for waterfall, we found iteration and incremental life cycle. The two of them have made for us the Agile, and after that we need the waterfall and the hybrid life cycle. So why we go to the Agile? What was the waterfall? Waterfall, as we see here together, if we need to build a building, we go to analyze the project, then we have designed the project, we have built the project, we have testing it and deliver it. So we go from one phase to another phase, to third phase, to fourth phase, to fifth phase. Each phase of that have a starting and ending point. So when we analyze the project, we have a start and end point. Then we have designed the project, we have a start and end point. Then we have built the project, we have start and end point. Each one we have a starting phase and ending phase. Then we go to the iterative life cycle. What was the iterative life cycle? The iterative, we have made it along a lot of times to make it go. So when we have this image, this is the iterative and this is the increment. The iterative, we have tried it a lot of time. First, we have tried to make the Mona Lisa picture first time. Then we have make a lot of improvement and we have make it for the second time. Then we have make a lot of improvement and make it for the third time, for the fourth time, and until we have reached the final delivery. The incremental, no, we make a small step of it, and after that we go another step for the picture, third step for the picture, fourth step for the picture, fifth step for the picture, and we have made all the picture. If we add the incremental and iterative together, we will have the Agile. So what is the Agile life cycle? The Agile life cycle is we have the iterative and incremental. We learn from our project, we learn through all our project, and we have a final product that is match our client or needs. But we don't know exactly what we are building at the end of the project. In the waterfall, we know exactly what we will build. So we have deliverable known. Here we don't know exactly what we have built through all our project. Here we have a time value. And when we talking about what is the difference between waterfall and Agile, in the waterfall, we have linear and sequential known approach. That's changing, and this is the most important thing in between the waterfall and the Agile. In the waterfall, it is very difficult. In the Agile, it is very easy. Welcome to change. In the customer involvement, mostly at beginning and at the end. Only the customer will be with us at the beginning and at the end of the project. And we will go through all the project and done it. But in the Agile, we have a continuous collaboration. The customer or the stakeholders will be with us in all the project. Every week we have a meeting and every week we will get a feedback and we will make change. So again, welcome to change is Agile methodology. Difficult to change, it is a waterfall methodology. For the risk, we have here known risks. For the Agile, we don't know the risks in the beginning of the project. Of course, we have known some of the risks, but we don't know most of the risks. The team flexibility here is heavy focus. Everyone has one rule, one thing to do. In the Agile, they are focused. They are a team. So each member of team can do a lot of rules. In the documentation, in the waterfall, we make a lot of documentation. All the project must be documented from the first and to the end. In the Agile, we make as list as document as we can. For the speed, of course, the waterfall is very little speed. For complexity, it is very complex for the Agile. So when we go to a complex and speed project, we love to go to Agile. Here we have an example, and it was one of the famous examples for between the waterfall and Agile. The waterfall, as we see, when I will put a new bike and I want to ride it, if I will read all the manuals and I don't go to the forest and try it and go all that. But in Agile, we have take the bicycle and we try it once, we try it and learn from our mistakes. So the welcome for change is Agile, and again, it is rigid in the waterfall. Into we have here first of things the Agile Manifesto. The Agile Manifesto is the principle of the four important things for the Agile: individual and interaction, working software, and the customer collaboration regarding to change is the four principles why we have to Agile. So what is the 12 principles we have in the Agile? First of all, we need to satisfy our customer. The customer is the first priority why we have the Agile. So first of all, you need to satisfy your customers. Welcome to change. Any change the customer will need, you are welcome for it. Deliver frequently. You deliver minimum valuable product for the client in a frequently. So you have get the feedback as earlier and you can make change as early. The collaboration. Support your team. The team is support to each other. Face-to-face communications. It is very important. Working solutions. The team finds solution for themselves. The difficulty is solved by the team itself. Sustainable phase, technical excellence. Keep it simple you go as it is the perfect. Self-organized team and reflect and adjust. So the team is self-organized themselves. They are ownership for themselves. After all, we need to go to the framework while we go to Agile or Lean. The Agile, we have a lot of framework. We go under it. So you have some Scrum, some for XP and the campaign. But most of the software or most in the software, we use the Scrum framework. So what is the Scrum? If you are loving football, American football, you will find this is the Scrum. All the team is together and they are trying to catch the ball. And ball point by point, inch by inch, we will score our goal. So that is it is the Scrum. Is a team used in roughing. This is the Scrum. We are together and we wanted to take this ball from this place to the goal place. And this is what happened by inch. Go through inch by inch and you will win your goal. So in the Scrum framework, Agile, we have three rules. The first rule is the team, the development team. And the team here, when we are talking about the team, we are talking about a T team, which I mean that One person can do a lot of rules, and the other person can do a lot of other rules. So this person who have a lot of tasks, he can do a lot of rules. And the team is contained from 3 to 9 persons. The minimum amount of people in the team is 3, and the maximum amount of people is 9. The team is organized by themselves, so they decide what they will do in through this week and what will they don't. The team will focus with itself. We have two another persons. We have the product owner. He is the tongue of the product, and he will go with the clients and speak with the clients a lot. We have the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master, he is the person who is doing and helping, facilitating the team to achieve the goal. So he is a lead servant. He is helping the team to achieve their goal. We have 4 types of planning in the Scrum terms. First of all, we have the sprint planning. This is the sprint when we start the sprint. We make a planning with the team to say what we will deliver through this week. Also, we have a daily Scrum, sprint review, sprint retrospective meeting. What is the document we have? We have 3 types of document: product backlog, sprint backlog, product increment. And we will go for each one now by details. This is Scrum and this is the campaign board. First person we will talk about is the product. He has the vision of the project. He knows every details of the project. He will talk about all he need about the project. He gathers the inputs from end user, customers, team, and other stakeholders. He's responsible for prioritize the product backlog, and we will go what is the product backlog later on. He knows the features, the priority, and the iteration what we'll need. Now we have the Scrum Master. The Scrum Master is the person who helps the team. He is facilitating the team. He removes any obstacles found for the team. Only his role, he help and makes the team communication is very well. So he helps the team. And the development team. They are cross-functional group, self-organized, work together, and they do the work well. So when we go at the end of any sprint and someone told us that is I didn't deliver my work because someone who was absent or someone who is in the vacation, this is not acceptable in the Agile. So the Agile, one person can do, the other person can do. So the team is responsible for all the work, not one person responsible for his work. The team is responsible for all the work there. So that is the responsibility of each one. The Scrum Master help the team, facilitate any obstacles, remove any obstacles, facilitate the team. The product owner knows what is the project vision and the mission, and the development team, he is responsible for doing the work. So how we start? We start with the product backlog. First of all, we have the project. We want to build this. We want to have this application. We want to go to this compliance. We have the project. We will deliver the project and make it for like that for some of user stores. And we have the product backlog. Here we have the product owner, and we authorize this backlog for the most important one and giving us the most minimum valuable product. For each week, we have must see something new, minimum valuable product. And after each week, after in each sprint, we will come from taking from here this backlog and adding in each sprint we will go through. So what is the sprint? The sprint is the time we will make for us for each project. In the beginning of the project, we will go and say that we will have the deliver each 2 weeks, each 1 week, or each 4 week. So the sprint must be from 1 week, 2 week, or 4 week. You can't change this through all the project. You have a week, 2 week, or 4 week, and you need to make it. So first of all, we have the planning meeting. What is the planning meeting? After we have this backlog, the backlog containing all the information of the project, we will have a meeting between all the team and between the development team and the product backlog, product owner and the scrum master, and they will decide what will go through this meeting. This is how it will look like in this team meeting. In the Scrum meeting daily stand-up. After that, when we have starting the sprint, so we have the sprint from 1 week to 4 weeks. You can't change this duration anyway. So in the end of 1 week, if we have decided that the sprint will be 1 week, it will end at 1 week, even if we didn't have any deliverables. But we need to control our time. So the time here is our approach. In every day, the Scrum Master will meet all the development team face to face and stand up. We have the stand up meeting, and we have 3 questions to answer: what you have done yesterday, what you will do today, and what is the problem you have faced through yesterday. The most important thing in this meeting, it is very fast and we don't speak any technical about it. We have only 3 questions, we have only 3 answers from each member of the team, and the Scrum Master now go to solving their problem, or trying to solving their problem. That is the daily stand-up meeting. After that, we have the sprint retrospective meeting. The sprint retrospective meeting is a meeting where we have learning from ourselves. We have meeting the product owner and all the owners, and we will learn what worked well and what didn't work well and what can we improve for next time. Also, we have the sprint review. Here, the development team will go to the product owner and give them what they have delivered and what have development, and the product owner say will they accept that or that is not acceptable and why. The product owner will take this product and go to the stakeholders and speak with them and deliver the product, getting the feedback, and we will go to this meeting, retrospective meeting. So if we have here again, we have the feature of the product. The product owner take all the requirement, will meet the product owner, adding the features here from 1 to 8 in the product backlog, planning how much work will be found in the sprint meeting. We will take from the sprint meeting tasks. We will do this in this sprint. The task number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have the sprint from 1 week to 4 weeks. Every 24 hours, we have the Scrum meeting, which we are talking about. We have at the end of the sprint the review meeting when we deliver the product, and we have the retrospective meeting to learn from our mistakes. So it is very easy. We have the product again backlog, which will add all the product in it as a features. We have after that the tasks for this week. We will make a sprint meeting to make the sprint will be from 2 to 4 hours, and we have another meeting to decide what we will deliver. This is the Scrum and this is the campaign. The Scrum, we have measured it, limit work progress by iteration, and the iteration is limited by time. So the time is very important. In the campaign, we limit it by work. If we are in a big company, we have a Scrum of Scrum, which every Scrum group will have a Scrum header, and we call it Scrum of Scrum. This is what we call it minimum viable product. What is the minimum viable product? First of all, if we want to go to a product, we will give every week or every sprint a minimum valuable thing to see, a minimum valuable thing to show that is we are going the right way. So here we have, this is a minimum valuable product. We have this slump, how we go through all 4 iterations to make it. This is not a minimum valuable product, as if you want to build a car, you can't give it in steps like that. That is not a minimum valuable product, but we can give it think about scooters and about bicycle, bike, and until you reach the car. That is what we called it, a minimum valuable product, something I can use. So when we make a planning in sprint, we think about at the end of this sprint, we need something to use, we need something to see, we need something on the ground. How we will write our requirement? We have a famous thing, we called it as a user story. What is the user stories? The user story, when we go to the backlog, we want to understand our project. And to understand our project, we write our project as a user story. So that is the user story help to simplify our description of requirement. And what we will write it, how we will write it. We write it like that. As a rule, I want to action, so that is the benefit. Creating a user story, software feature from end user. So to make it as an example, as a customer, I want a shopping cart feature so that I can easily brochuring items online. As a manager, I want to generate a report so that I can understand which department need more. As a customer, I want to receive an SMS where the internal items arrived. I can get it quick, so that when we are talking about user story, we want to make a perfect backlog. We make it as like that, as a person, who is the person. I want to action. What is the action I need? What benefit will return on me? That is how we write our user stories. How we will say that is this week we have make assigning our user story and how many to make it. How many user story will deliver at the end of this sprint. So do something like that. We make it hard. We understand about the hard and how much it affects and how risky it make. Every this component will take care for in when creating our user stories to play a planning poker in the planning sprint. The first of the sprint will gather all the team, and all the team will gathering together and decide for each user story what will it hard it will take from 0 to 10. And after the end, we will decide that is if this will take 3, this will take 4, this will take 5, this will take 6. Each one will decide, and at the end of this game or in the planning sprint, we will make decide what will go through, which user story we will start with. The user story we'll start with is the one which will give us the minimum valuable thing. As the minimum valuable product we'll need, we will find that in this is example. So this is an example of planning poker. We have a team. Each one have in the round number 1 estimates for this user story 3, 8, 2, 5. After a lot of discussion, we have decided that it's okay. This is will take only 5, 5, 5, and 8. So we have decided it will take 5. 5 is the heart of this user story. So we'll give this user story number 5. Another user story will give it number 8, 6, 7, 4. And we will go as much as easier we can and as fast we can, and what will give us the minimum valuable product as we saw before. This is another example. Story points for login. It is 2 and estimate 8. Forget password 3 and estimate 23 until we reach to the story point and the estimate. We have here in the login, we have 2 story point. In the forget password, we have 3 story point and we estimated by 23. In the register, we have 3 story point and we estimated by 22. At the end, we have 32 user story and we have estimated them by 209 as a calculation. So when we take it, we will take it like that. We'll choose the one will give us the most valuable thing and we'll make it in this sprint. And each sprint we will go taking from this backlog in the left and we'll adding it in the right. So that is in each backlog we have grooming it. After each sprint, the product backlog, the product owner meeting with the team and say what we will prioritize our story point, how we will prioritize it to make it with the minimum valuable product have knowing it. That is how we are grooming our backlog, starting from the requirement number 1 to the end of the product backlog. That is how we are grooming it. We will take it for the high priority to the low priority, and we will take from the high priority and making our project. We have now we want to measure our performance through the week. We have 4 charts in Agile methodology. First of all, we have the improvement log. We have here all the identified problems and all the identified user stories, and we go to the in progress it, and after that we resolve it. We have the burn up chart. We are in the beginning of the project, we have estimated our project as 100 story points. Here, after going a while, we chose to adding some features, so the project has coming to 120. Each week, we will see how many points have the team has been successful to do it. And here it is a burn down. Here we will know if we are behind the schedule or ahead of the schedule. That is have the green one which shows a done and the red one which show what to do. That is how we going it with the charts. So if we anyone have any question, I can see.